Hey cats, what's happening? Good morning. As you could see, we're already into the first week of October. Fall is moving in. It's kind of a rainy, wet morning, and they're calling for rain all day. I was hoping to take a bike ride today, and I even thought about putting the GoPro camera up and taking you for a ride, but I don't know, unless the sun comes out. I'm not prone to going out riding around in the rain today. So I'll just chat for a little while. I was thinking about this whole, YouTube video thing and how I got started. I've always liked photography. Back when I was a kid, my dad gave me his old camera that he bought in Germany. I think it was called a Itchymoche or something like that. Had a leather case for it, and it had one of those like accordion type, bells that came out, and it only took, I used to always use black and white film. I suppose it took color pictures, but I don't know. But I always used black and white film with it. When I was just a kid, so, my photography skills weren't very honed. And I think it was in the 1980s. I had a family, my kids were little. And I got a used VCR camera. It was a big lunky thing. I mean, you actually had to carry the whole VCR in a case with a strap over your shoulder. And then there was a cord that went to the camera. And the camera was pretty heavy too. It weighed a couple pounds. I used it to make home movies, things like that. And I took it with me on some events that we went to, and realized that you battle more carrying that thing around and trying to hold the camera than you could enjoying any time with the family. So that was kind of short-lived. I made some movies at home with the kids. We did some little parodies, some little fun skits that we did, and we just, at that time I don't even think there was YouTube. Because the internet wasn't even a thing back then. You watched TV, and I think MTV was all music back then, and that was the thing as far as watching videos. But we made some home movies, and then we'd sit around share them with the family, and it was fun. And then there was kind of a lapse, and I think later I bought another video camera. It was just a kind of a smaller Panasonic handheld one, and just started playing around with that a little bit. I made my first YouTube movie, was a slideshow that I had all these pictures I compiled and put together, put some music to it, and that's one of my very first YouTube movies to speak of. And right now, my main camera is this GoPro Hero 7 Black that I'm using. I think it's an awesome little camera. It's real tiny. I mean, it practically fits in my pocket. It has different mounts. I can put it on the handlebar of the bike. I can put it on my head strap. I can put it on a chest strap. I've got this little handheld tripod on it right now with an external microphone. But I also have a corded mic that I stick it like under my jacket or under my neck wrap, and that kind of muffles out the wind when I'm riding, so it works really great for riding on the motorcycle. You can actually hear the bike and hear me talking rather than hear that constant roar of wind that you hear on a lot of guys' videos. So I love my GoPro Hero Black. The coolest thing about this camera is the stabilization of it. My hands, I'm 64 years old, and my hand's not real steady, so my hand is like jiggling around quite a bit especially when I'm walking or moving around with the camera. In this camera, it kind of takes all that jiggliness out. I don't know how it works, but it works, and it works well. I really didn't do a whole lot with it. Now, like a lot of people, you hear that how these people go on YouTube and they make millions. They just get rich quick overnight making videos. I think those stories are far and few between in reality. There's millions of people out there putting videos on YouTube, and the majority of them don't make even $1. But I, like everybody else, had this like dream, I guess, that ooh, I could make some money putting videos on YouTube. And I only had a couple videos I put up there and realized that, you know, I wasn't making squat. So my wife V, she stepped into the picture and she says, well, let's step it up a notch, you know, and start looking into it to see what we got to do to make our movies a little better, and to make them entertaining, and see if we can make a little bit of a lucrative business out of it at the same time. So we started putting a little more effort into our videos at that time. And it was a real slow going, but you know, eventually we got to the point where we were actually making a little bit of cash, a little bit of side cash. And right now it's just a nice little supplement to my retirement benefit. So, you know, no, I'm not getting wealthy enough to buy a new home or a new Lamborghini or anything like that. Not even close. And the main reason I do it is for fun. I mean, I really enjoy making videos, and but here's the thing. You know, when you put yourself on YouTube, you're putting yourself out there to the whole world. Anybody, I have, you know, some of you guys are watching from Australia, from Europe, from England, from Germany, all over the place, Canada, and all over the United States. And as you see, I just surpassed 10,000 subscribers, and those are just the people that have subscribed. There's a lot of people that are watching that haven't subscribed, so you're putting yourself out there to a lot of people. And you know, you think there's a price that comes with that, and I don't know. As for a price, I would say for me it hasn't been too bad at this point. There's a lot of recognition that comes along with it, but it isn't like I'm a famous movie star or anything like that. Not even close. I can go anywhere I want, anytime I want, and as far as I can tell, I don't get recognized by anybody. Now, I have had a few people where I notice, you know, turn their heads and point, like maybe they recognize me from the videos, but they don't come up and say hi or anything. And in the past, we've had a number of people that have come up and introduced themselves and said hi, but it isn't overwhelming. They're far and few between. We've met some people through YouTube, some nice people, some good people, and we've enjoyed sharing some camping trips with some of them. That's been fun. But I get, you know, every day I go through my YouTube channel and I've got just hundreds of comments. You know, people are always leaving comments on my videos. You guys are really good with your support. I get a lot of supportive comments. I get a lot of people just telling me their story. And there's a handful of people that, you know, have requested to ride with me, to hook up with me, to meet up with me somewhere down the road. I've had people invite me to their place to travel across the country to stay with them at their residence, or meet them at a campground somewhere. I've had people offer to take me to dinner, to buy me a cup of coffee, to buy me a beer, you name it. And when I put all that together, there's no way that I could fulfill all of those requests. It would probably take me a lifetime to meet up with everybody that wants to meet up. V and I talked about doing, you know, one of these meet and greet things, but with her current health situations and as busy as we are running back and forth to the hospital and stuff right now, our life is fairly consumed with a lot of that stuff. So traveling has been kind of out for us, and we try to, we really have trouble making plans because of all of this situation going on. We never know what's going to happen from one week to the next. So that's kind of put a little damper on our excursions. We haven't, you know, this is fall, it's autumn, and there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of festivals and events going on we've been to before. You can look at my past videos. We used to go to, you know, Yankee Peddler Festival and the Pioneers in the Park and the Backwoods Festival and all those things that have all that good food and the reenactments, some of the period reenacting and stuff, the buckskinner camps and all of that. We really like that, and we've done a lot of videos on that, but we haven't even been able to go out and do any of that stuff this year. And hopefully that will change here soon as my wife gets back up on her feet again. But we continue to put the videos out there, and we can always put on a good face. We like to stay positive and be happy and share that with you guys too. We really love making the videos. We really love sharing with you guys. We really like hearing from you guys. And I appreciate all the offers for the beers, for the coffee, for the food, for the residents, for the camping. Awesome. I mean, you guys are incredibly supportive to us. And hopefully in the future we can continue to meet more of you. If you see us out and about, don't ever be afraid to stop and shake our hands or say hi. Just wave at us and, you know, let us know that you're there. We have some people that we see regularly that, you know, we've met through this YouTube thing. And we have other friends too that have no correlation to YouTube whatsoever. So our lives are pretty busy. We stay pretty busy. That's all I got today. The leaves are falling. I don't know what I'm going to get into today. It's Sunday. It's supposed to be a day of rest, right? So the wife says, don't get wrapped up in anything. Don't start some project or something. So not sure where we're going to go today, but I'm not one just to sit and lounge around all day either. I like to find things to do, and there's always something to do around here. Rainy day though, like I said, so we won't be going out, and I'm not going to take the bike out in the rain. So until next time, cats, take it easy, and I'll catch you around.